an idea for Bitcoin, you can write a BIP. Start by reading BIP 2 to understand the process. Study existing BIPs for format. Draft your proposal on GitHub. Post it to the Bitcoin dev mailing list. Expect criticism. That's how the process works. If your idea survives the gauntlet, it becomes part of the most important protocol in human history. No permission needed, just a good idea and the willingness to defend it. It's a design document. It's how anyone, literally anyone, can propose a change to Bitcoin. The process was modeled after Python's PEP process. BIPs are numbered, categorized, and tracked on GitHub. BIP 1, written by Amir Taki in 2011, defined the process itself. There are now over 400 BIPs covering everything from transaction formats to wallet standards. Fall into 3 categories. Standards track BIPs change the network protocol or transaction validation. These are the big ones, like SegWit and Taproot. Informational BIPs describe design issues or general guidelines.
Process BIPs change the way Bitcoin development works.
BIP 2, for example, replaced BIP 1 as the process standard. Each type has a different path to acceptance. Journey starts with an idea. You write it up as a BIP following a strict format: abstract, motivation, specification, rationale, backwards compatibility, and reference implementation. You submit it to the Bitcoin dev mailing list. If the community finds it valuable, a BIP editor assigns a number. Then it becomes a draft. But draft status means nothing without consensus. This is where most BIPs die. To move from draft to proposed, you need rough consensus, not a vote. Bitcoin doesn't have voting, not a corporate approval. There's no authority. Rough consensus means the technical community broadly agrees the change is sound, safe, and aligned with Bitcoin's values. It's messy, slow, and deliberately hard. A BIP has consensus. It needs activation. Bitcoin has used several mechanisms over the years. BIP 9 version bits let miners signal readiness. BIP 8 introduced mandatory activation with a timeout. The infamous user-activated soft fork, UASF, showed that the economic majority can force activation even without miner support. Each mechanism has trade-offs between speed, safety, and decentralization. Talk about the most consequential BIP in Bitcoin's history. Segregated witness, BIP 141 and BIP 148, was proposed in 2015. It fixed transaction malleability, increased block capacity, and enabled the Lightning Network. But activation was a battle. Miners resisted. The community pushed back with UASF. After months of gridlock, SegWit locked in on August 8, 2017. Without it, Lightning wouldn't exist. It was the opposite. BIPs 340, 341, and 342 were proposed in 2020 and activated in November 2021 through Speedy trial, a variant of BIP 9. It had overwhelming miner support within weeks. No drama, no gridlock. Taproot brought Schnorr signatures, improved privacy, and more efficient smart contracts. It showed that Bitcoin's governance could work smoothly when the proposal was uncontroversial. Every BIP succeeds. BIP 119, OP check template verify, has been proposed repeatedly since 2019 and remains unactivated. BIP 300, Drivechains, has passionate supporters and equally passionate opponents. The Bitcoin community is conservative by design. Changes that alter the trust model, introduce new attack surfaces, or centralize power face intense scrutiny. This isn't a bug. It's the feature that keeps Bitcoin secure. Have an idea for Bitcoin? You can write a BIP. Start by reading BIP 2 to understand the process. Study existing BIPs for format. Draft your proposal on GitHub. Post it to the Bitcoin dev mailing list. Expect criticism. That's how the process works. If your idea survives the gauntlet, it becomes part of the most important protocol in human history. No permission needed. Just a good idea and the willingness to defend it. The process isn't perfect. It's slow, it's political, it can be frustrating. But it's also the reason Bitcoin has survived for 17 years without a catastrophic failure. Every change is scrutinized by the brightest minds in cryptography, distributed systems, and economics. No single entity can force a change. No marketing campaign can override technical consensus. The BIP process is why Bitcoin remains the most secure, most decentralized monetary network ever created. Bitcoin changes slowly by design. The BIP process is the gatekeeper, and it's open to anyone. If you want to learn more, check out the BIPs repository on GitHub. The full history of Bitcoin's evolution is right there, in plain text. And if you found this valuable, subscribe and send a lightning zap to libfrontcrypto@coinos.io. Keep stacking sats.